so we are going to have another writing lesson today. This is probably going to be my last writing lesson with this book because we have worked on it, or I have worked on it for a good long time. I've put a lot of effort into it. I've put a lot of thinking into it. I put a lot of details into it, and I have one more idea for it that I want to add to it, and then I'm going to start a new book because it's so fun to start new books, and I have a new idea for next writing block. So, every time we start writing, we need to make sure we have our writing folder. Inside our writing folder, our lively letters letter chart handy in case I need to remember what a letter looks like for a sound that I'm saying. And I always want to have my pencil box with my crayons and pencils and markers and all of that stuff. All right. So this book here, I started a long time ago, and it's never, ever, ever a good idea to start a writing lesson and just go to the next empty page and go. Because especially if it's been more than a few days since I did my writing, I might forget what I wrote about already, and then we're going to end up with a book that has the same thing on every page over and over and over again. We don't want that to happen, right? No. So I'm going to reread from the beginning. This is what good writers do. They go back to the beginning, they kind of scan. Now, if you're writing like a really, really, really long book, you just got to go back a page or two to kind of remember where you were when you left off. But since this is just a couple of pages, I'm going to tell you what my book is about. This is a book about gymnastics. I love gymnastics. This is a gymnast, and this gymnast is doing a handstand. I learned how to write the word and recently. And the word and, you can hear it in hand. And you can also hear it in stand. That's why they rhyme. So, this is my book. And this is the gymnast doing a handstand. And this is the gymnast doing a split. Split. And she's doing her split on a mat. See my mat? Yeah, we're labeling. And this is my gymnast on the beam. The balance beam. And I wrote the word beam. B-eam. Beam. Oh boy. So I have one more that I want to talk to you about, that I want to teach. Because when you can teach something, it's because you love it and you know a lot about it. And when you love something and you know a lot about something, you should write about it. Don't write about things that you don't know about, because then you're going to be like, I don't know what to write. And you're just going to have a bunch of random doodles all over your page that make absolutely no sense. Okay? So, I am going to draw my next page. Make sure that's even. I'm going to visualize in my brain what this looks like. Okay? Visualize in the brain what this looks like. Notice how I'm being very quiet. I'm doing my work without talking, without moving and fiddling. I know exactly what I want to write about, and so I'm doing it. And it helps that just recently in art, we learned how to draw people. It does make a difference when you know how to draw people. Let's see, what color leotard do I want today? How about a red one? I like red. Red leotard today. We'll make it a short sleeve one. So I will make it so it just goes a little ways down the arm, like a short sleeve. And we'll put on black shorts because gymnasts always wear black shorts, or at least my gymnasts do. So I'll cover the top of the leg here, and the top of the leg here. See how I had a little point here? Yeah, that's the knee. There we go. Let's put some black socks on the feet because you have to wear those nice things on the feet with the grips on them so you don't skid or trip. And then I want to color in my arms and my legs, even though this isn't me, but still. Could be Shannon Miller, could be Skyla, could be anybody that I know that's a gymnast. And so this is my gymnast. And she is on the bar. Say bar. Yes, the bar. Are you guys ready to spell bar with me? Let's write bar. I'm going to write it over here because I like to start on the left and go to the right. So bar. B. B. R. But I have a question. How come R is saying his name? He's not a vowel. So how come R is saying his name after the B? B-R. Bar. Because he bit A's head. There's A. And here's R biting her head. R. Right? So this is the gymnast on the bar. I'm missing something very, very important because I know that underneath every bar there's always a big blue what? A big blue mat. So I'm going to put that down here. Big blue mat. And color it in. All right. So I'm finishing up this book, friends. I believe I've taught you a lot about gymnastics. I've taught you about the bar. I've taught you about the balance beam. I've taught you about splits. And I've taught you about handstands. And I think that's pretty good. This is a pretty wonderful book, if you ask me. And I'm proud of it. And I'm going to keep it in my writing folder. And as I become even better and even better and even better at writing words in future writing days, I can go back to my book and add more details. Okay? So I'm never going to get rid of it. I'm going to put it away. until I'm ready to take it out again. And you can do the same thing too. I know, Sky, that your book about Frozen is still missing one thing. If you don't want to put it in there, that's up to you. You're the author. But have you guessed who my favorite character is on Frozen yet? Haven't seen the character show up in your book yet, and it doesn't have to. I'm just making a suggestion, maybe motivating you to write a little bit more in that amazing Frozen book that you have, because it is quite amazing. And I'm going to give you one more hint. The character does not start with the letter O. All right. Long O. All right, so if you want to write about that, you can. If you want to write about something totally different, it's up to you. One more day in these books, and we're going to be starting some new ones next time. All right, have fun.